Service and the Freeport Container Port team up for a major job fair. And eye-opening statistics. Health officials reveal the alarming findings of the 2025 Global School Health Report.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news, a historical economic hub on Grand Bahama just got a new look as the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Tourism Development Corporation, and the Ministry for Grand Bahama partner to bring new life to the area. Cleopatra Murphy tells us that it was also the launch of a long-awaited initiative.
Grand Bahama Icon Sign will be the first mini smart city at icon signs all across the island.
Grand Bahama just got what tourism officials hope will become a tourist attraction and a place for tourists and locals alike to make memories. As Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper was among officials unveiling the Grand Bahama Icon Sign Thursday. More than a sign unveiling, Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, says it marks the launch of the redevelopment of the Fishing Hole Cultural Village.
With the proposed redevelopment of this site, we have ensured that sustainable modeling was taken into consideration. The full master plan for this area will include minimal fixed structures and maximize efficiency and resiliency with well-designed food trucks in partnership with the Tourism Development Corporation.
The Grand Bahama Icon Sign will also be the first of the Icon Sign locations with Wi-Fi. The sign was designed by His Excellency Jamal Roll and contracted by Grand Bahamian Diane Ingram. Featured prominently is the curly-tailed lizard that the Minister of Tourism says is emblematic of Grand Bahama.
The curly-tailed Grand Bahamian lizard is one that signifies resilience, hope, the ecological and cultural richness of Grand Bahama. And of course, I am told by Brother Bernie that it also represents good luck.
Minister Cooper says the sign's location at the Fishing Hole Road is deliberate, as the Fishing Hole Road is a vital causeway connecting Freeport and West Grand Bahama, while the sign represents government's commitment to cultural advancement. He says the redeveloped location will also provide economic opportunities for residents.
The cultural village itself, once completed, will not only be a marketplace, but a central hub for the fishing community. It will be a location, a destination itself that attracts tourists and locals, a place where our heritage of fishing and local enterprise will be celebrated for future generations.
The unveiling of the life-size Grand Bahama Icon Sign marks the third unveiling for the Bahamas, following similar unveilings on Exuma and Cat Island. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Certainly is a beautiful sign. Well, health and wellness officials today released the findings of the 2025 Global School Health Report at the Office of the Prime Minister. The report highlights the physical, mental, emotional, and social realities faced daily by children and adolescents. The survey included 2,213 students aged 13 to 18 from 35 schools across 8 islands, including Abaco, Berry Islands, and Grand Bahama. The Honorable Dr. Michael Darble describing the statistics as alarming, but expressed that they present an opportunity to address these challenges head-on.
We found that 28% of students reported persistent feelings of sadness and hopelessness. 1 in 4 teens, or 25%, have seriously contemplated suicide, and 1 in 5 have attempted suicide.
Sobering numbers that should not sit well with anyone, says Health and Wellness Minister the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, as he reveals findings from the 2025 Global School Health Report. The data uncovers concerning trends in the social well-being of students. When it comes to diet and exercise, the situation is even more troubling. Officials report that the rate of overweight teens has increased by 135% since 1998. Darville also notes that only 17% of students are getting adequate physical activity to maintain good health.
When it comes to diet and physical activity, students are consuming excess amount of sugary beverages and ultra-processed foods with limited dietary intake of fruits and vegetables. Only 10% of our teens eat a daily recommended amount of vegetables, and 6% eat adequate fruits.
Officials say exposure to violence and bullying within schools remains a serious issue affecting many students.
Our children are not only feeling unsafe in schools, but they are also feeling unsafe in other settings, including the home.
In response to these alarming numbers, Minister Darville outlined several key focus areas, including the development of a national adolescents health policy, the expansion of school-based health services, a nationwide physical and nutrition campaign, and the launch of a national digital health platform.
It is now upon all of us to use this information to drive effective change.
Well, through a joint venture with the Ministry of Labor and Public Service and the Freeport Container Port, an open job fair occupied the ground of the Obadiah Wolscombe complex in 8 Mile Rock. Applicants hoping to join the Shipping Hub's team are vetted through a swift and smooth process, including registering within the Department of Labor and an on-site interview. Executive Manager with the Ministry of Labor and Public Service, Quentin LaRota, is ecstatic for the venture, as he says the results can be promising for those seeking employment.
We've been down for some time, and I think we're on the way back. And if we can have good paying jobs, regular jobs, permanent jobs with benefits, that will go well for the Grand Bahamians. I anticipate that some of our people will come back home, because as I travel throughout the Bahamas, I always see people from Grand Bahama. And I always say, LaRota, I'm ready to come back home. And I'm glad that things are happening and they can return.
Public Service Employment Officer with the Department of Labor, Princess Flowers, says those who may not be selected can still look forward to an optimistic future due to their registration.
It's very important that when you come to these job fair that you register with the Department of Labor, because if in an event that you're unsuccessful with obtaining employment with the companies present, you're a part of our skills bank. So on a daily basis, we're able to look at your qualification, your experience, and your skill sets, and we can always match you with anything that becomes available outside of a job fair.
Still on the job front, the National Training Agency is equipping young Bahamians for the workforce with a broader goal of helping them become stronger, more capable employees. Acting Manager in Grand Bahama, Deborah Pratt, along with Assistant Director in Nassau, Ion Hepburn, says they're hopeful the program continues to grow and fills a much-needed gap for young people seeking direction and employment.
The National Training Agency is basically a job readiness program. It's a competency-based program where we train young persons between the ages of 16 and 26 with soft skills that will prepare them for the workforce.
And we want the public to know that we are here. We are about job readiness. We are about preparing young people to be better in the workplace. The one thing that is missing in a lot of places is that young people, they leave college or they leave high school, and they go in the workplace and there's nothing in between there.
Graduates Victoria Lewis, Tamia Bain, and Tashana Johnson shared reflections on their time at the National Training Agency. Each received certificates in soft skills, and with their training complete, these young ladies are now stepping confidently into a bright future.
From sessions to insightful discussions, I was constantly reminded that growth happens outside of our comfort zone. And to my fellow graduates, this isn't the end of our story together, but just the beginning of our next chapter. Thank you and congratulations to us all.
I'm proud of who I've become and even more excited about who I'm still becoming. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Never underestimate the power of growth, a good attitude, and a well-labeled file. Thank you.
And still to come.
The Ministry of Grand Bahama officially kicks off its 2025 summer job program. That story, sports, and more when we return.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping. Travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Come and be blessed at the New Life Worship Center in Freeport, Grand Bahama, where Bishop Simeon Ouden is the senior pastor. Services are on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Come and experience a time of praise and worship in the Word.
It's a pre-independence Sunday brunch at No Holds Barred, July 6th, hosted by Tej and music by DJ Hot Skull Swagger and DJ Rambo. Enjoy baked chicken with crab and rice, plus games, prizes, and a round trip to Bimini. Just $30 entry.
Let's come together to worship in preparation for our nation's 52nd anniversary of independence at the Ecumenical Service of Praise and Thanksgiving at First Baptist Church, led by the Grand Bahama Christian Council on Sunday, July 6th at 3 p.m. The public is welcome. Walk, run, or cycle in the Ministry for Grand Bahama's Welcoming Home 5K Road Race and Health Fair on Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 6 a.m. at the Harold de Gregory Complex. Bring the family for a morning of fitness, fun, and culture. Get free health screenings after the race and purchase a healthy breakfast from participating vendors. Registration is free. Go to ministryforgb.com to register today.
Grand Bahama Tiles is celebrating independence with a 25% off store-wide sale. On July 8th and July 9th, enjoy store-wide saving with some items up to 60% off. And the first 10 customers get an additional $52 off their entire purchase. Let's celebrate independence with great savings. Call them 352-7920.
Welcoming Home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
Calling all contractors. Your exclusive priority access to Grand Bahama Tiles pre-independence sale begins Monday, July 7th for one day only. With personalized service, come in and enjoy all the discounts at your leisure before the crowd arrives. See you Monday, July 7th for your exclusive pre-independence sale access.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Continuing their annual tradition through an internship initiative, the Ministry of Grand Bahama held its official ceremony for the beginning of the 2025 Summer Job Program, welcoming both its July and August cohorts of enthusiastic students. Our Matthew Martinborough shares more details in this report.
An abundance of youth applicants swarmed the foyer of Freeport Bible Church at the official ceremony commencing the start of this year's Summer Job Program under the tutelage of the Ministry of Grand Bahama. Taking the podium at the affair is Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie. She says the program within itself is a symbol of investing in tomorrow's vibrant minds.
It's about taking immense pride in what you do, no matter how big or small that task might seem. This is where you learn discipline and that inner strength and commitment that will serve you well in every aspect of your lives, from your careers to your personal goals.
The minister adds being a part of the program means more than just working for a simple paycheck.
It's about taking immense pride in what you do, no matter how big or small that task might seem. This is where you learn discipline and that inner strength and commitment that will serve you well in every aspect of your lives, from your careers to your personal goals.
Speaking with some of the program applicants, they say they're optimistic about the experience they look forward to obtaining.
I could get a proper understanding how the world works and how I'm prepared to be a part of that world. Because as a citizen, it's all about how I could get myself into that picture as an adult.
Communication, articulation, and the overall getting the access of probably even documentation. That will help me with research inside school.
I want to learn how to manage my accounting. I would like to know how to manage money more carefully and finances.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Well, the Queen Conch is notoriously recognized for its meaty texture as a cultural culinary staple. However, its outer hard covered shell usually becomes discarded as waste. Thanks to a venture done by the Ministry of Tourism Development Corporation, a newfound avenue to prolong the marine life's usefulness has come to fruition right in West End. Our Matthew Martinborough shares more in this report.
From handmade jewelry pieces like tasteful earrings and eye-popping necklaces to decorative dish holsters and utensils, all is on display as a result of a successful 10-day conch carving class attended by local vendors, fully sponsored by the Tourism Development Corporation. Speaking with one of the class instructors, Sylvie Carey, she says she is thankful for the corporation's investment into the local entrepreneurs.
The Tourism Development Corporation was extremely accommodating to provide equipment, and they were very flexible on everything so that the people of West End would be privy to learn a skill, because since they have the beautiful conch shell that comes out here on shore on a regular basis. So that was the main aim for them to also see a different venture in business for themselves.
Fellow instructor and East Grand Bahama native bone fisherman Leroy Glinton says he hopes a venture like this one can be expanded throughout the entire nation.
As being a bonefish guy, my tours would ask me to bring shells, and I was telling them they'd give me $10, $20 for a shell. You're going to sell 3 to 4 pounds to count to make that type of money. So then I got into the art and craft business, and it seems to be paying off. But we need to take this business through the whole entire Bahamas, because this is the Bahamian natural resources, and we need to conquer it.
Co-owner of Strawtacular Designs, Doris Frith, shares her experience can help broaden the horizons for local vendors like herself.
They can use our natural resources to enhance their business. They don't have to purchase everything that they make, that they can do certain things from scratch and create a very authentically Bahamian product.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Well, as we're in the midst of the summer season, another annual edition of Camp Abaco is soon to be underway this July under the theme, Let Go and Let God Build Your Life on Jesus. The summer camp has been a consistent venture for decades, with young campers ranging from ages 7 through 18 building social skills through a strong religious foundation. Interim camp director Reverend Bruce Russell says, although it is a summer camp, the initiative remains a mission.
Camp Abaco is a mission. It was founded by missionaries, and it's always been a mission to allow or create an atmosphere for our kids to come and have an encounter with God. It's located on the beach in Marsh Harbor, one of the most beautiful places on the earth, and we all know God lives here, so it's right in his backyard where we meet for camp. It's been going on for 50 plus years.
Russell adds that campers can look forward to life-changing experiences simply by attending.
Whether it's the friendships that they built, whether people said they encountered their first experience with God and got saved during camp, and they're still camp. I have people that I've married another camper. We don't promote dating at the camp, but later on in life they connect. They still have that connection through their friendship. And, camp experience is something that lasts with them for a lifetime.
Another day in the North, Jay. What's happening in sports?
Abaco coming up in sports. Zoe Williamson, remember that name. She's one of the elite swimmers in the country, and she was recently named to the Pan American Games. We'll be following her and have that story coming up next.
All right, good stuff. Sports is coming your way next, but first a check on the local weather forecast.
broadcast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Let's celebrate our 52nd anniversary of independence at the Cultural Extravaganza on Wednesday, July 9th on Independence Park. Enjoy the all-star Bahamian music lineup, the Royal Bahamas Police Force mini tattoo, Bahamian food, fireworks, and Junkanoo. Show starts at 7:30 p.m. See you there. From July 2nd through the 10th, Grand Bahama is the place to be. Don't miss the Welcoming Home Grand Cultural Festival in downtown Freeport, Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 7 p.m. Bahamian food, arts and crafts, kids corner, and live performances by Recon Bahamas, Sherrod Taylor, Nishi LS, Avi, and DMAC. Go to ministryforgb.com for the full welcoming calendar of events.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Do you want to find relief from common health concerns such as headaches, back pain, chronic inflammation, and more? How about improved sleep, boost energy, and improve overall well-being? Check out RA Balance Bahamas and get your body into balance with biomagnetic therapy. For all our social links, contacts, or to request an appointment, visit rabalancebahamas.com.
Bahama Tiles is celebrating independence with a 25% off store-wide sale. On July 8th and July 9th, enjoy store-wide saving with some items up to 60% off. And the first 10 customers get an additional $52 off their entire purchase. Let's celebrate independence with great savings. Call them 352-7920.
Welcoming home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
Calling all contractors. Your exclusive priority access to Grand Bahama Tiles pre-independence sale begins Monday, July 7th for one day only. With personalized service, come in and enjoy all the discounts at your leisure before the crowd arrives. See you Monday, July 7th for your exclusive pre-independence sale access.
1920, before independence, this was our genesis. Like a sun splitting through darkness to let future in. Great-grandfathers with iron fists, wielding policies that paved possibilities for the next of kin. 07 was a shedding of skin. Now native, but never wavered on our commitment. Before our country turned 50, we were here. 50 years more, helping life, spreading light. BAF for life.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Top in Sports. The second edition of the Junior Pan American Games will be held August 9th through the 23rd. Over 4,000 athletes under 23 years old from 41 countries will compete in 28 sports. Grand Bahamian Zoe Williamson, after competing at the Nationals, was named to this year's Junior Pan Am team.
I'll be going with my fellow Bahamians who also made the team. I'm really excited. I can't wait. I made it for the 50 free and 100 free, and so those are my two of my best races ever. So I'm excited to swim.
Zoe also earned 12 medals recently at the Swim Nationals over in New Providence.
This year was my hottest year at Nationals ever. Usually it's a breeze, but this year, between the times and the places and the points, it's just a lot.
Switching gears now in sports, Jamario Charles recently signed with the University of the Bahamas men's soccer program.
I have a lot of teammates on that team, and hopefully I come in to make a good impact on the team and be a good asset to the team and show my skills and do good. So I come with the energy, I bring the energy, and I bring the hard work, and most definitely the team is going to improve.
Still in soccer, Giselle Lang is entering her junior year at Louisiana Christian University. Lang is hoping her team can make it to the Nationals.
I'm just looking forward to getting a ring. I want my team to get a ring. We work really hard, and we deserve it, so we got to work for it. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
From July 2nd through the 10th, Grand Bahama is the place to be. Don't miss the Welcoming Home Grand Cultural Festival in downtown Freeport, Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 7 p.m. Bahamian food, arts and crafts, kids corner, and live performances by Recon Bahamas, Sherrod Taylor, Nishi LS, Avi, and DMAC. Go to ministryforgb.com for the full welcoming calendar of events. Let's celebrate our 52nd anniversary of independence at the Cultural Extravaganza on Wednesday, July 9th on Independence Park. Enjoy the all-star Bahamian music lineup, the Royal Bahamas Police Force mini tattoo, Bahamian food, fireworks, and Junkanoo. Show starts at 7:30 p.m. See you there.
Calling all contractors. Your exclusive priority access to Grand Bahama Tiles pre-independence sale begins Monday, July 7th for one day only. With personalized service, come in and enjoy all the discounts at your leisure before the crowd arrives. See you Monday, July 7th for your exclusive pre-independence sale access.
Grand Bahama Tiles is celebrating independence with a 25% off store-wide sale. On July 8th and July 9th, enjoy store-wide savings with some items up to 60% off. And the first 10 customers get an additional $52 off their entire purchase. Let's celebrate independence with great savings. Call them 352-7920.
Welcoming home. Get ready, Grand Bahama. The Welcoming Home Grand Expo and Empowerment Seminar is coming July 4th, 2025. Join us at the Grand Lucayan Convention Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a day of inspiration, information, and opportunity. Hear key updates from the government and connect with top investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Whether you're returning home or looking to grow your vision, this is your moment. The future of Grand Bahama is now. Be a part of it. That's Friday, July 4th at the Grand Lucayan. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Digicom Electronics. My name is Hensley Cameron, the proprietor and the technician. Our services are repairs of phones, TVs, and most other electronics. We also provide a vast range of accessories like chargers. We also sell instruments like phones, tablets, and TVs. So if you have a laptop that's not working, a television that's not working, you can bring it down to Digicom Electronics and we'll assess it, and if it's worth fixing, then we go ahead and fix it. But if it costs more than 60% of the value of it, we'd suggest that you buy a new one, but we'd have to assess it first. We're at shop number 8, Raven Mall Plaza, on the Circle, the West Atlantic Drive in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The phone number is 242-553-4440.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Abaco Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight coming your way next.
CNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a sobering snapshot of shifting health and social realities of thousands of today's teens. Tune in to find out the growing threats. Plus, a billionaire's playground rocked by tragedy as police question the man allegedly behind it. And top honors from the king for a construction giant and 4 members of the clergy. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A mirror held up to thousands of today's teens, and in the reflection, rising rates of obesity, exposure to violence, mental health challenges, and risky behaviors that one health official say can very well lead to lifelong consequences. The comprehensive report, based on a series of questions to children between the ages of 13 and 17 years, a troubling indication of a more complex, more dangerous, more emotionally burdensome reality, reportedly, than any generation before. Lloyd Allen has the findings.
This evening, triggering stats coming out of the 2025 Global Health School Report after listening to the voices of over 2,200 adolescents across the Bahamas. Now, in that report, the findings noting an increase in the number of teens between the ages of 13 and 17 years reporting cases of self-harm and, in some cases, suicide. Those stats 27% and 20% respectively.
1 in 4 teens, or 25%, have seriously contemplated suicide, and 1 in 5 have attempted suicide. These numbers are very sobering and should not sit well with any of us.
Now, equally disturbing, though, is what Dr. Sharita Moxley, head of policy and planning at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, brought to the fore. That 28% of respondents reported varying degrees of hopelessness. Additional red flags, reports of substance abuse, with 17% of respondents using e-cigarettes, and marijuana use now reported at 17% among teens. Alcohol and cocaine use also up.
Lifetime cocaine use in particular has surged tenfold, from 1% in 1998 to 12% in 2023. 3 out of every 4 teens who purchased alcohol were never asked to show an ID, despite the legal drinking age of 18 years.
In 14% of cases, drug use was observed within homes, with 13% of respondents reporting to school under the influence. Now, regarding weapons, 18% of teens reported being armed regularly, while gang involvement stood at 8%. Bullying also up, with 16% of teens reporting online harassment. Similar concerns raised in the case of home violence and sexual exploitation.
Exposure to violence in the home, whether witnessing it or experiencing it, has increased from 25% in 1998 to 33% in 2023. 10% have been forced to have sex, and the proportion of teens reporting multiple sexual partners has significantly declined from 55% in 1998 to 15% in 2023.
Dr. Moxley going further to provide this analysis of the report over the past 25 years.
6 of the 54, or 6% of the indicators, have not changed. And 36 of the 54, or 67% of these indicators, have moved in the wrong direction.
The report, the 4th done in country, including 2,213 students across 35 schools on 8 islands. Reporting in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, now that we have the tools and data needed to better understand the health and well-being of today's adolescents, the big question is what's being done to address it. As PAHO WHO representative here in the Bahamas, Dr. Eldana Basson, candidly put it, the survey provides key information to inform and shape evidence-based policies and school health programs. It ensures that the interventions are timely, are effective, and are youth-centered.
As we reflect on the findings of this survey that you heard and more to come, let it not be the end, but the beginning of coordinated, multi-sectoral action, like investing in health-promoting schools, in scaling up access to mental health services for youth, and for ensuring that our children are safe, nourished, active, and empowered to reach their full potential.
Expanding on that view, health policy lead and public health practitioner Dr. Sharita Moxie says the findings give the clearest signals that urgent action is needed. She assured that a multi-sectoral committee has already been formed to address immediate and short-term actions. Still, everyone has a role to play in shaping a healthier future for our youth.
If you are a parent, use this data to open honest, judgment-free conversations with your children. Know the warning signs. Prioritize presence, not just proximity. If you are an educator, recognize that each student carries a story, and some carry silent burdens and unseen scars. Use the findings to advocate for safer, more inclusive school environments. Health workers may use this evidence to strengthen and expand adolescent-focused services, from nutrition and mental health to substance use prevention and sexual health education. If you are a youth leader, social worker, or counselor, use the data to ensure that the pain of teens you encounter is not dismissed and their potential is not overlooked.
And for policymakers, use the insight to inform targeted investments and legislation and cross-sector strategies for youth. For the media, she suggests to elevate the conversation around youth health and well-being. Now, as a teen, Dr. Moxie advises he or she use the findings to support peers and to seek help when things seem overwhelming. Well, the local healthcare system being prioritized on this National Day of Wellness. For Health and Wellness Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, this calls for efforts reflecting both the cultural past, present, and the country's medical future, with new attention being placed on bush medicine and critical upgrades to healthcare infrastructure.
I want to speak a little bit about bush medicine because the time has come for us in the Ministry of Health to look closely at these local remedies and find ways how to incorporate them into our overall health.
While the ministry explores how to integrate traditional treatments into policy, Dr. Darville says work is already underway to strengthen modern healthcare services across the country.
We are now renovating clinics throughout the country. We are doing lab and diagnostics. We are now expanding offices at the Princess Margaret Hospital. And we have just recently laid a bill in the House of Assembly that replaced the NIB chronic drug prescription plan with the new drug prescription plan now going to NHI.
Coming up, Maritime cadets get a new complex. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, that and more in a moment.
In a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping. Travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Long day? Hungry crew? Say less and satisfy everyone with KFC's Summer Buckets. Grab a super summer bucket and get 8 juicy pieces of fried chicken, 8 nuggets, corn, our new white rice with gravy, 4 buttery biscuits, 4 Switcher Pink lemonades, and 4 dessert biscuits. So whether it's on the beach, at home, or chilling with the crew, KFC Summer Bucket starting at just $20. Bring all the flavor. Summer with KFC. It's finger licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Bahamas, come celebrate our 52nd independence at the Family Fun Day, July 10th at Clifford Park. It's a great afternoon of food, fun, culture, entertainment, national pride. Gates open at 4 p.m., concert time 6 p.m. 52nd Independence Family Fun Day at Clifford Park. Bring the whole family. Admissions free. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
See, I'm proud to be a Bahamian. I'm proud to be a Bahamian.
Portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot of a barge in Nassau Harbor with a beautiful sunset there. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Neville Smith. Welcome back. The quaint community of Harbour Island again rocked by violence, with police reporting the murder of a South African woman and the attempted suicide of a man on a vessel around 1 this afternoon. Police say once alerted to the incident, officers proceeded to the marina area. Once on the vessel, they found a female unresponsive with visible signs of injuries, along with a male suffering severe injuries to his arms. Now, the local doctor was called to the scene and pronounced the woman dead. Further investigations reveal that the victim was missing for a short time before being found unresponsive in the boat's engine room with the male suspect present. We're told the 40-year-old male suspect is of Mexican nationality. He was taken into custody and is being treated at the local clinic. Investigations continue. The police this evening issuing a Marcos alert at 6:30 for 14-year-old Daxton Jordan Oliver Durham, whose last known address is listed as the United States. The teen was last seen around 2 this afternoon at the Lyndon Pinling International Airport. Police say Daxton is slim-built and has light brown complexion. Anyone with information on his whereabouts should call the police, and that's at 502-9975. 502-9991 or 2 or 911. Meantime, the government system is being overburdened by an immigration crisis. The warning of one spiritual leader. In her outgoing charge as president of the Bahamas National Baptist Women's Convention, Reverend Dr. Sabrina Pinder noted that addressing immigration is one of the most important issues the government must get under control, as it creates an ever-increasing burden on the system, ultimately affecting Bahamians.
I personally love everybody, but I do believe that as Bahamians, we have to know when to cut it off. We need to know when it has to be a stop sign. The other countries might not be as well off, so to speak, as we are financially. Give them something to help. But for God's sake, don't let them come into our country, because eventually they're going to take over.
On a lighter note this evening, the Lowell J. Mortimer Maritime Academy, since its inception more than a decade ago, has given Bahamians a path to achieve success in this lucrative, competitive, and most essential industry. Today, the Academy dove even further into ensuring more lives are impacted. Corval Python reports on the LJM Maritime Recreational Complex, another game changer for the institution.
For the man whose name the LJM Maritime Academy bears, this moment seems almost surreal.
When we started this about 15 years ago, we were happy to just have a school. But now we have the sports complex. This takes us even a step further than we had envisaged 10 years ago.
A major milestone, says Prime Minister Philip Davis, as he addressed Thursday's groundbreaking and dedication ceremonies for the LJM Maritime Academy's recreational complex. Outfitted with basketball, tennis courts, a swimming pool, and other amenities, Mr. Davis calls this both an accomplishment for his administration and an even bigger splash for what it means for Bahamians.
Here, young people from surrounding communities will be able to pass their time in a productive manner.
This day was also about celebrating a new generation of maritime cadets. These young people awarded for successfully completing this rigorous training. Soon, ships ahoy await.
The government of the Bahamas continues to prioritize the protection and sustainable use of our maritime environment.
By your grace, it has been brought to realization by the commitment, the care, and the kindness of those dedicated to continued excellence of this Maritime Academy.
Along with the Archbishop's prayer, a vow from the nation's leader that every child can now learn to swim and every Bahamian share in the country's maritime treasures.
They won't be on the streets. They'll be learning new skills, practicing discipline, and building lifelong relationships.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Well, LJM not the only one in celebratory mode. With a toast to shared prosperity, the Bahamas last evening joined the United States in celebrating that country's 249th anniversary of independence. Those celebrations at the John Watling's Distillery, where the U.S. Embassy welcomed local and international guests to the annual event. And while it's meant to commemorate America's achieving sovereignty, officials also used the opportunity to highlight the significant relationship between the Bahamas and the U.S. U.S. Charge d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish says, though through tourism, national security, and sheer proximity, the two nations are inextricably linked.
9 million Americans visit the Bahamas every year. 9 million. To my Bahamian friends out there, thank you for having us. We're not always easy. Thank you for working toward solutions to our shared challenges and help keeping each other safe and prosperous.
Among the local dignitaries attending that event, Governor General Dame Cynthia Pratt and Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis. Mr. Davis also paying tribute to the United States and its role in helping improve the lives of people across the globe.
Know that the people of the Bahamas celebrate with you, not as spectators, but as partners who share in the vision of peace, prosperity, and progress. May your light continue to illuminate pathways to prosperity for your citizens, for your partners, and for communities around the world who benefit from your commitment to shared success. So tonight, I ask you later to raise your glasses to shared prosperity, to mutual success, to partnerships that uplift all, and to the United States of America. Happy Independence Day.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Throughout history, from bartering in ancient markets to the invention of paper currency, convenience has been at the heart of the way we pay. As time marched on, so have we, from barter to cash and cash to digital. Whether you pay with an online bank transfer, digital wallet, or contactless card, with digital payments, options abound. The world never stops evolving, and neither should you. Choose freedom, choose flexibility, choose convenience. The future of pay is digital. Visit us online at livedigitalbahamas.com and on social media.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it. Wait, you on a live?
Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exoma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overall arching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching our young young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that to be passed along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Man, this ain't making no sense, man. How people making it out there, Dre?
If you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, you gotta learn how to budget. First, write down all of your income. Then, list out all of your expenses. And don't forget to save. Stop throwing away money. Put something aside for savings. And get this, government savings bonds can safely grow your money. So start budgeting, save your coins, and invest smart. Financial independence, wait. Financial independence, wait. Learn how to invest in government savings bonds on the Central Bank of the Bahamas website.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Commonwealth Bank officials hoping to put a dent in the local digital payment system here in the Bahamas. With the introduction of Apple Pay, the bank's looking to expand even further. Aldavis Munnings explains.
Although Commonwealth Bank officials are appealing to its customers to download the new Apple Pay program on their iPhones, they're also onboarding business merchants to the platform. Special devices will be given to business owners, especially tourism stakeholders. It took about 8 months for U.S.-based tech giant Apple to give Commonwealth Bank the green light to launch its Apple Pay service here in the Bahamas. It's the first for the country and the region.
Apple would not certify us unless they felt confident that the product would work with good success rate at the majority of merchants in the country. Fortunately, most merchants were already accepting contactless, but it still was a process of validating that on behalf of the country.
But what Commonwealth Bank officials didn't know was that during their validation process, they had to ensure their colleague financial institutions could accommodate the Apple Pay platform as well. Commonwealth Bank's president, Denise Turnquest, is proud of this accomplishment.
We've worked hard and to meet their standard, and obviously to represent the bank as we would like it also. And we are just so happy and grateful to be able to provide this service to our community.
The question now remains, what's next? Commonwealth Bank's Vice President of Information Technology, Javon McIntosh, gave this hint to Android users.
We are hopeful that Google Pay will open doors to the Bahamas market as well. We feel really strongly that they will. And we'll continue to kind of keep their feet to the fire, and hopefully soon we'll be able to make Google Pay available to our customers.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Well, we're now going to toss it over to LaDawn and Marlena, who join us live for a sneak peek of Access Now. Ladies?
You know, Makashla, July, Junkanoo is in July, and I think the Sting is celebrating 25 years of song production.
Yes,
Marlena,
you got the People's Rush coming up any second now. You're like, I better leave it to Sting. I think they'd be better at it than me.
We all know Sting comes up with the most catchy songs, so we're certainly looking forward to that. Stay with us. The National Report is back after the break.
Diet-friendly special.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, plate?
Plate, Marco's plate. We have a special on all day large, 1 topping pizzas, plate.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it.
Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. May mga Coast Guard that deal, boy.
Did you know you could send a local bank transfer to a $1 wallet? It's the same as sending a transfer to an account at another local bank. Simply use the wallet's 12-digit top-up address as the account number, savings as the account type, Central Bank of the Bahamas as the bank, and $1 as the branch with branch code or transit number 12,000. Don't use urgent or priority delivery. Transfers to $1 wallets are processed through the Bahamas Automated Clearinghouse Network within 1 business day.
Happy Independence Bahamas! Let's celebrate 50 plus together with a unique Janae's Uniform Center Independence print, dry fit polo or t-shirts, ribbons and pole bows in black, gold, and aquamarine. Janae's special family package includes buy 2 adults and 3 children Independence polos or t-shirts and get 15% off. Outfit your staff for a special Independence dress of week or day with a different design. For more than 30 pieces of Janae's Independence polos or t-shirts, get up to 25% discount. Janae's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road Independence Selections. Choose your favorite and celebrate 50 plus. Restrictions apply.
As the saying goes, hard work does not go unnoticed, and someday the reward will follow. Well, 5 Bahamians got the attention of royalty and today got their due rewards. Daniel Dean tells us more.
It's not every day that Bahamians are recognized by the king. But Thursday proved such a day for 5 outstanding Bahamians who were honored during a ceremony at Government House for their contributions in various socio-economic arenas here in the Bahamas. And leading the group, Demetrius George Moscow, who King Charles III has awarded Officer of the Order of the British Empire for his services to business and the community. 2 members of the Order of the British Empire, the Reverend Dr. Diana Francis for her services to education and religion, and Bishop Godfrey Williams for his services to religion and the community. And the British Empire Medal awarded to both Dr. Inez Roll and posthumously Bishop Hensel Kemp for their services to religion. Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis lauded the honorees for pouring themselves completely into their work and service to help build our country.
To Mr. Demetrius, George, Jimmy, Moscow, OBE, we salute your unwavering commitment to the advancement of proper infrastructure and development in our country. To Reverend Diana E. Francis, your ministry has not only uplifted souls, it has strengthened communities. Bishop Godfrey Randolph Williams, MBE, San Salvador is proud. To the late Bishop Kemp, who ministered across generations, and to Bishop Kemp, who has lost your wife. Again, we extend our heartfelt condolences. Dr. Inez Rowe, BEM, your lifelong devotion just to public health and to community advocacy and raising up the least amongst us. That advocacy reminds us that true nation building begins with commitment and courage.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
And Independence celebrations continuing tomorrow with National Pride Day. The National Independence Secretariat is inviting Bahamians to wear national colors and explore Bahamian culture through museums, reading, workshops, and having conversations with fellow Bahamians to deepen connection with history. And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important?
Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future.